we're back to talk about money. I know, everyone's favorite topic. A little while back, I made a video about 10 things that were absolutely not worth your money. Well, I've been thinking about the other side of that conversation because I'm not here to tell you to never spend your money. That's not the goal. The goal is to spend it better, more intentionally, on things that are actually going to give something back. And that something, well, that could be anything. Especially right now with everything going on in the world and the general vibe of financial uncertainty that we're just all living in, I think it's worth talking about where your money actually earns its place. So today we're doing the flip side. We're doing the things that are genuinely worth the investment. And for some reason, ketchup and Pocopia is a part of this conversation. You already know how I do this. Let's get into it. First up, productivity tools. And I want to be specific here because this isn't just it's by the thing that removes the friction from the work that you're trying to do. So my personal philosophy on this is I don't like losing momentum. When I'm in a flow state, whether I'm filming, editing, writing, whatever, the last thing I want to do is hit a wall because I don't have the right tool. That interruption costs me more than the tool ever would. So for me right now, that looks like building out my filming setup. I am actually in the process of getting a new MagSafe case and accessory just so I can film a little bit easily on my phone. And honestly, there's something about getting a new case that just makes your phone feel brand new again, plus clearing out the storage and suddenly it's a whole different device. Small investments, real difference. I also have a laptop that's basically just an extension of my desktop. Do I use it every single day? No. Times that I do need it, when I want to work from somewhere else, when I just don't want to break my momentum by being tied to one spot, it earns its keep every single time. The value isn't in the daily use, not for me at least. The value is in knowing that it's there when I need it. Is it a little excessive? Just a little bit. In my case, I feel like it's well worth the investment. Granted, with that said, it's not a fancy laptop, okay? If I open up an editing software on that, you can probably hear the fan throughout the whole house. It's not great for everything, but it is there for me to use, and that's really what matters. And longer term on my wish list, I think a teleprompter setup and camera upgrade would be great because the easier you make it to do the work, the more likely you are to actually do the work. Remove the friction. That's the whole thing. Just make it easy on yourself. Well worth the money. Time and convenience. Because your time has actual value, you need to spend it accordingly. Okay, this one I feel strongly about and I want to make the case properly. There are things in life that I'm genuinely bad at. No surprise, right? Or that I could technically do, but would take me forever. I'd resent every second of it and the result still wouldn't be what I wanted. And for those things, I will absolutely pay someone else to do them. Absolutely. For me, that's deep cleaning, specifically the bathroom and the stove. Okay, look, I clean. I do. I maintain. There's a level of clean I simply do not reach no matter how hard I scrub. That I've accepted about myself. That is a skill on its own. I do not know what magic they do, but I cannot do it. So twice a year, we actually get the house professionally deep clean. Every single time I walk back into that bathroom and feel something close to a spiritual space. It is worth every dollar, and I will not be convinced otherwise. The broader point here is this. Figure out what drains you disproportionately. What takes you 2 hours, but would take someone else 20 minutes? What do you do poorly and hate doing? That's your outsourcing candidate. Look at that. And paying for that service isn't laziness, it's math. Your time has value. Spend it on the things only you can do. But in the meantime, currently living in filth. This house needs to be cleaned. I know, I need some time to just... Anyways, aside from that. All right, work hard, play hard, and mean it. This one is close to my heart because I genuinely believe that a life spent only working is not a life well lived. You need balance. You need the thing that fills you back up so you have something to bring to the work. And if that thing is a hobby, whatever it is, it deserves a real investment. And for me, it's gaming. Obviously, you've seen the videos. And specifically, my keyboard. Because I have a mechanical keyboard that makes the most satisfying click sounds when I type. I even made it cute. It's this lavender white situation that has genuinely brought me joy for years. I'm actually thinking about switching it up again soon, maybe going for something cleaner like all white. I've been hearing good things about ceramic keycaps. But is a cute, clicky keyboard necessary? No, it's not. Does it make me want to sit down and use it? Yes, absolutely yes. And that's the point. The right tools for your hobby makes you actually want to do the hobby. And that matters. And on the game front, I don't have a mountain of free time. I don't. When I do sit down to play, I want it to count. Which is why I have been absolutely doing work on my town in Pocopia. Because look, if you enjoy creating things and you love Pokemon, Pocopia is the kind of game you can sink hours into without even noticing. I have no regrets about that purchase. Zero. None. Buy the thing that makes your hobby more enjoyable. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be right for you. You work hard, the play side deserves the same intentionality. It does. Okay, invest in the things that keep you fed well, right? Because, okay, food, my other love language. Every single budgeting video, every personal finance show, every money advice person will tell you, cook at home, it's cheaper. And they're right. They're right. It really is cheaper and usually healthier too. So I'm not here to argue with that. No, but what I want to talk about is the version of cooking at home that actually sticks. Because I think people skip the part where you have to make cooking enjoyable and not just affordable. Right? Two things changed my relationship with cooking: quality ingredients and good tools. On ingredients, I bought off-brand ketchup once. It was noticeably sweeter. The flavor was just off, and I thought about it for longer than a reasonable person should think about ketchup. So I'm back on Heinz. Yeah, I will pay the extra $2. Some things are just not worth the savings. Ketchup is one of those things. Don't mess with something so solid, okay? Leave my ketchup alone. I didn't think I would be that person to be so nitpicky on something like that, right? Like ketchup is ketchup. No, it's not. It's not. Trust me. But more seriously, when you buy better ingredients, the food tastes better, which means you actually want to eat what you made, which means you're not ordering delivery at 9 p.m. because you're bored of your own cooking. The investment pays back. But tools, cooking tools, I used a dull knife for a very long time. My logic was that I wasn't a real cook, so I didn't deserve a good knife, right? Any knife is my kind of knife at that point in time, which is such backwards thinking when I look back on it. Because have you ever tried cutting something with a dull knife? You're not slicing, you're negotiating. You're in a literal fight with a vegetable. You're having a whole argument with a bell pepper. It's exhausting and it makes cooking feel like a chore. The first time I used a sharp quality knife and it glided through a melon. It was genuinely satisfying. It made me want to cook more. I didn't mind cutting up more fruit. That's the return on investment that nobody talks about. It's the right tools that make you want to do the healthy thing. And that's worth it. Energy applies to working out. A good pair of gym shoes and workout clothes you actually feel comfortable in will make you more likely to go, right? Someone has to see the cute fit. I know it sounds superficial, but it's true. It's true. Make the decision prettier and hopefully you want to do it. Future you is sending a message. Listen, okay, I'm going to get a little real here for a second. The older I get, the more I wish I had invested in my health earlier. Not in a dramatic way, just in like small, preventative, boring ways that would have saved me so much money, time, and stress down the line. It would have saved me so much pain. Here's a specific example. I apparently have really bad teeth. And I generally thought for the longest time it was just like my mouth bacteria, bad luck, whatever, genetics. And after getting properly tested, it wasn't. It turns out I sleep with my mouth wide open. That's actually no surprise to anyone, which causes dryness, which causes a whole chain of bad things to happen in your mouth. Cavities, for one. Now, I have to get a crown replaced. That is going to cost me close to $1,000. I keep thinking if I had gone to the dentist more consistently, if I had invested in preventative care earlier, even if it was just mouth tape at this point, there's a very real chance that I would not be having this conversation and I would be $1,000 richer right now. Invest in yourself. Preventative health is not glamorous. It's not. It doesn't feel like a treat, but it is the highest return investment that you'll make because the alternative is paying for the problem after the fact. Paying to get it cleaned up, paying to put the fire out. And that costs so much more in money, in pain, in time. Can you see how I feel a certain way about this? Yeah. $1,000. On the sleep side, if you're still sleeping on a mattress equivalent to a cardboard box, it's time. Decent mattress and a good pillow are not luxuries. You spend a third of your life sleeping, and that surface matters. So please, sleep on something you enjoy. If it's a cardboard box, though, go for it. I will not judge you. Some people it's apparently good for your back when you're young, supposedly. And one more personal one that sounds small, but kind of isn't. I sit at my computer for hours at a time, like hours. So a few years back, I invested in a really, really good seat cushion. And I have used it every single day since. Some of them are not expensive. Mine is kind of expensive because I knew I would use it all the time. But the impact on my back and my ability to sit comfortably for a full work session, enormous. So sometimes the unsexy purchases is the one that changes your daily life the most. Okay, so that's the other side of the list. Productivity tools that remove friction, outsourcing the things that drain you, investing in your hobby properly, better ingredients and tools that make healthy habits easier, and preventative health. Boring, unglamorous, deeply worth it. Theme across all of these is the same. Spend on the things that give you something back. Time, energy, health, joy, momentum. If the purchase is just filling a shelf or chasing a feeling that fades, probably not worth it. Give it some time. Spend it when you have that extra bonus money somewhere. If it genuinely makes your daily life better, that's the investment. And if you want the flip side, the things that are absolutely not worth your money, that video is somewhere on your screen right now. Consider it required watching if you haven't already. But that was fun. Hey, let me know what's actually worth it for you. Did I miss something? Probably. Let me know in the comments. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Takes a few seconds, would make me so happy. And it's also free, so don't worry, not taking any money. With that, I'll see you guys next week in a new video. I might be taking a break at the end of June though, for various reasons. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. Anyways, with that, see you. Bye.